This is for a grade 5 social studies student book, unit 4, lesson 4, from page 126 to page 128, student book. The topic here is discoveries and inventions. So now in this lesson, the students are going to learn about two very important things: to identify the ways that scientific discoveries and technological innovations, which they have to improve the people's lives in the Middle East to develop. The second one, to analyze the impact of modern life has on the environment. Very important things, discoveries and invention. The first one, then page 126, is about the discovery of the oil. And then the discovery of the oil on the region has got 4 important advantages. The first one is the size, and the second one, tightly controlled oil concessions, and the third one, which is the high pressure reserves. The fourth one, uninhabited country. So those are the 4 main things students are going to learn about on discovery of oil. The size. Inside they speak about the oil deposits, which is other countries have got very small, and then on the side of the Middle East they've got large deposits of oil. Extremely large, by the way. They say extremely large, which means it's very large. And then secondly is tightly controlled. Also it is controlled, and also they make sure they don't need many expensive wells, okay, to do the drilling, to get to the oil reserves. Everything's under control tightly. And the third one has got high pressure reserves, which is now when they do these oil deposits on the region, these oil deposits they have got under high pressure themselves there. The oil does not require any high powered pumping, so they don't need any heavy machines powered pumping, because the oil region are often under high pressure. Then the fourth one, uninhabited country. For the oil fields of these areas in the country, by few or more or no people, we do not have to destroy settlements. So when they're looking for these deposits, if it is very close to the community or in the community, they don't destroy the settlement. They rather build or develop industry or build roads to transport the oil and so on. That is page 126. Basically, page 126 is about the discovery of oil with 4 most important advantages. Then coming to 127, 127 is very straightforward. It's different from the discoveries. It's about invention. Invention of air conditioning, 1902. Now, a paper factory in America, heat and humidity levels of moisture, those two in air, was causing the color print incorrectly. So there is a person there, Mr. Carrier. Mr. Carrier designed the machine. He was an employee, one of the employees in America in 1902. He designed a machine to adjust the level of heat and humidity in the air. This was the first AC was designed, AC air conditioner. So he designed that air conditioner. He was an employee at the factory in 1902. He designed that air conditioner to help in the factory industries. And then Mr. Carrier also got an idea while he was waiting for the train, and to think about the relationship between the fog and night, and think about the relationship between the temperature, humidity, and the point at which water vapor tends to do. So he came with more ideas while he was thinking, Mr. Carrier. And then in 1902, remember in 1902, he, as an employee, he designed an AC air conditioner for the industry. It's the factories. Then in 1920, Mr. Carrier designed a machine that will be used to cool air for human comfort for us, for people. So he's the one who came with the world-used AC all over the world, Mr. Carrier. And even today, look at the pictures today, modern air conditioners are used all over the world. So we use AC in modern world now in this case. Then if you go to last page, our last page, 128 speaks about the history of fertilizers, which is all about crops and agriculture. Okay, planting the plants. So basically, they bring about the fertilizers in this case, which people use different fertilizers to improve their crops. How do they improve their crops? They want to have a fertile soil so that the crops can produce more crops. Okay, crop rotation, bone meal, waste products, compost. Those are the things that they used in order to get more crops. So the soil must be rich. They use those things, crop rotation, changing to plant this and that, and rotating around. And they use bone meal to help to make the soil fertile, waste product from the animals, from the horse, to make sure that the soil gets rich. The compost as well, which is a deposit of the plants and matter created for the soil to be rich. That's very important. Those are the only important things they speak about for fertilizers. Then the last part, they produce the fertilizers in the laboratory, which is the lab. This is where there were a lot of scientists who did the research. Okay, so a fertilizer is any chemical that helps plants to grow bigger, faster, and with better yields. Okay, so they mentioned the people, the scientists, the people that were so powerful to bring in the research on the lab. Okay. So there is Justus van Liebig who studied reaction. So he said reaction calcium phosphate and sulfuric acid. Okay. Then the second one is John Bennett. He produced superphosphates compounds that helps improve crop yield. Okay. Then the third one is Fritz Haber. Fritz Haber, a German chemist. He's from German. He also won a prize, this one Nobel Prize, for producing ammonia and strong chemical fertilizer made up of nitrogen oxygen. He received the prize for that. Then the last one, in 1927, Erling Johnson produced a chemical called nitrophosphate. That is the part of fertilizers in the laboratory. Remember, fertilizers in the laboratory, they use chemical to get those fertilizers. They use organic fertilizers, not using the animals' waste product and other things. They only use the inorganic fertilizers, chemicals in the laboratory. That was grade 5 lesson that they're going to learn about.